shit's smooth, man.
We're good to go, y'all. So let's get off the shit. Like a fucking match. And away we go. That's why we have another match. And away we go. Fuck that hurt.
Well, what's up, y'all? This is the smoke session. I'm your host, Luke Rowland.
How we doing on this fine post-Memorial Day evening time? It's like noon, I think. It's noon where I'm at. Might be the afternoon here. Or you could be seeing this in the morning, so in the pre-noon. But with every day comes another chance to be at the afternoon. It's like a gremlin, you know. You can feed them after midnight. You can't feed them after midnight. But once you do feed them after midnight, they turn into a bitch. But it could always be after midnight. It's all about perspective and time, don't you think? Summertime in the city. I'm feeling nice, I'm feeling spiffy. I get this guest on my side. It was made by Joseph Dye. He's a real cool guy. Made this for me when I was hosting a show in my backyard. It was like a multi-medium show called The Open Yard. And Joseph Dye was one of like the feature artists. And so he painted this like live in front of people, like as like a performance kind of shit. And like I was like asking him like the thought process behind like this person. And he was like, at first I wanted to paint you, Luke, but then I just decided not to. And I like blondes. And I'm like, damn, Joseph, that's really fucking cool. Take my money. I'm buying this shit. And bada bing, bada boom, here I am. Because when I first saw this, I'm not gonna lie, just the expression of this guy and like the dullness in his eyes, like he kind of like, he's got more of an abyss behind my eyes than I do, and I'm wearing sunglasses, you know? And the blonde hair and shit. It reminds me of my cousin, Tim. Shout out, Tim. You're the guy that bugged me to start doing videos again for the smoke session. So if you're seeing this guy right here reminds me of your ass. So sometimes when I just want to like talk shit about stuff, I just come to this guy and we just pal around. Especially about the Ravens. Which is weird because I guess I could just like text you. But talking to a phone's not the same as talking to a painted picture of a person. You know? And he even got a thought bubble. Look at that. I always try to guess what he's thinking, but I can't. Because I'm not a telepath. And he's not alive. My cousin Tim is, though. What's up, Tim? Shout out. I'm seeing you later this week. When I go to Baltimore! Hey! Leaving tonight, at 6. So pray for me. That my flight was all going safe, all going good. And that my arms don't get too tired. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Also pray that I don't fling myself off of the airplane. I don't think I will. Do you ever like have those daydreams though when you're on an airplane? I feel like there's two types of people in the world. There's either one type of person who doesn't enjoy the thought of them being in the air whatsoever. And they're always like so afraid that they're gonna fall from it and like die. And like, I don't know. I don't really get why you're like afraid of heights. It's not the height that'll kill you. What you should really be afraid of is gravity. 'Cause that shit will fling you into a fucking planet. But no one talks about that. They just talk about how scary heights are. Heights are beautiful. seeing things from high above, you feel like, I don't know, it's really easy to get a superiority complex if you're always constantly high above. Why do you think high-rise apartments are so goddamn expensive? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going to be seeing a lot of things from an airplane soon. Traveling a lot. Going to Baltimore. Then in July I'm going to Baltimore again. But that's only for a little bit before I go to Ireland. Like a Rowland reunion kind of stuff. So it'll be nice going to Ireland. Ireland! West Island. See where the Rowlands are raised from. Go to the original Row land of Row. Fight, tussle, drink a whole lot of Guinness. Maybe go see like some like sports and shit. I'll probably make podcast episodes about it. You'll guys tag along. You'll see my adventures. That's on the itinerary. I'm coming back here at AZ. Be doing more shows. Put my name out there. So if you want the Rowland Stoner on your show, if you're hosting anything, just let me know. Inquiries are at LukeTheRowlandComedy@gmail.com. I'm promoted even on this. I'll promote on Instagram. I'll be DMing people. Be a good ass time, man. Good ass time. These are my plans. These are my conniving plans. You have a first look on the inner thought of Luke Rowland. The inner thoughts of Luke Rowland. Have you ever been inside of a thought? Has a thought ever been inside of you? If so, call J.J. Howard, your personal thought attorneys, at 1-800-PEGMENOW. Haha. That was a word from our sponsors. Spiraling. Dude, look at this. This fucking, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the filter here looks exactly like a spiral. And I think that looks so fucking dope. Like a Fibonacci sequence kind of shit. I always try to find Fibonacci sequences in my own life or like in nature, because like the human eye is naturally kind of attracted to that type of shit. So you can even see it in this frame. So that's a little fun game for you guys. Try to figure out the Fibonacci sequence within the frame of this smoke session. Quick little moment of silence for all the soldiers that died in the wars for the American Empire. Happy Memorial Day, y'all. This is a weekend where a lot of people will try to drink to remember, the fallen soldiers, but the surviving soldiers are always drinking to forget. And I'll smoke to both. Where? Oh, where? See, I don't want to waste my last match on trying to relight the joint, so that's why you always gotta have a lighter on hand. This is a BIC lighter for all y'all normies that don't know. Not a big lighter, but it is a BIC lighter. I guess it's a medium-sized lighter, because there's smaller ones. I got the Chuck Boss, there's like the small one, the big one, and the really big one. This is the BIC one. I remember when I was in Boy Scouts, and that was like my first exposure to like different types of lighters and stuff. The older scouts had this little fun game that they tell the younger scouts, like the first years and shit, that the best types of lighters was a specific brand called BJ. But the only people that could carry around BJs at the Boy Scout camp were ASMs, or Assistant Scoutmasters and shit. So but the older scouts told the younger scouts that, like, hey, the ASMs will give you a BJ. All you gotta do is just ask. And the younger scouts are like, oh, well, I want a lighter. So they run up to the ASMs and they're like, hey, can I get a BJ? And now I hear that the Boy Scouts is bankrupt. Too many lawsuits. R.I.P. R.I.P. to ASMs and BJs from the BSA. You know that I'm an Eagle Scout? Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. Because you were created 2 months ago. You look like you're scouting an eagle. The fuck? You're just a bunch of words. Well, anyway, this is the smoke session. I'm almost done with this shit, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But we have a great rest of the show for you guys. Rowland Stoner podcast. We got a concert critique of Anise. He came to the Van Buren the other night at downtown Phoenix, and me and That Boy Zay went. Had a good ass fucking time. And we talked about it. Talked about the concert experience, kind of the showmanship, and like what we learned from it, and like if you guys would like to also learn from what we have learned, and our experiences of a late night concert in downtown Phoenix, and the upcoming scene that's arising here out west in the Valley of the Sun. We on the rise. Then just stay tuned or go to Spotify where the podcast is. And then after that, me, Voo, and That Boy Zay have a three-sided of the coins discussion. Not really debate, but more of just an open discussion off of the all the different methods of writing, such like multimedia, such as like poetry, but also like stand-up, and then like storytelling, songs, and other things, various pieces of literature. So yeah, stay tuned, y'all. I'm gonna torch this shit real quick, and you know what they say, with another day comes another dollar, comes another chance to stand a little taller. That's why we stand on a stage.